Bruce, but I was about to say, speaking of Christian McCaffrey, can we go ahead and hop into them mid-season awards?
Oh, let's get into it then, guys. So we're halfway through the NFL season. It is week 9 this week. It is week 9 this week. We have 8 more games left for the season. Let's give out our MVP awards halfway through the year. I start first. Obviously, it's Damon's main man, Russell Wilson. Russ for MVP. Come on, throw it on here. Yes, he is the MVP through the first 8 games. What I believe a 71 record.
I think that's unanimous right now. He's unanimous.
Yeah, that's unanimous.
Unanimous, John. You good?
Yeah.
All right. We move on to Coach of the Year midseason award. I'll take Mike Tomlin. Being 8-0 or no 7-0.
I like that.
7 or 8-0. They had a bye early in the week. Leading this team with Big Ben returning from injury with 3 young receivers, Juju, Deontay Johnson, and
unanimous.
Everybody want to say he was on the hot seat last year.
Yep. And in addition to TJ Watt still underrated, Minka Fitzpatrick still underrated, being 7-0 is a great feat for Mike Tomlin, and he's also the winningest African-American head coach in NFL history.
Unanimous.
Love it.
That unanimous.
Give my boy his coins, his flowers, man.
Unanimous. They did say his time was up, and then look what he did. So,
is that unanimous, or are you riding with your boy P?
Give me a second to give mine together, and I'll let you know.
John, who you riding with?
I mean, this is Mike Tomlin's best record through the first half of the season that he's ever had. But I still think it's very impressive what Mike Vrabel is doing with the Titans, because I just didn't expect them to continuously be this good. Having that quarterback change last year and coming in with that offense and still being elusive with Derrick Henry in the backfield. And if they continue to win their games, it could be very possible that, he sneaks into that conversation. So I would say halfway through the season, since it's mid-season, yes, Mike Tomlin.
That since he lost,
I guess I'll leave it
for me.
I will say one thing, though.
The back-to-back losses and the loss to the Steelers, then the Bengals. So basically, he telling me he can't mess with NFC North.
I want to give a shout out to Brian Flores, man. Like, I really think he's doing a phenomenal job down in Miami. I know he's not coach of the year or anything of that nature, but I think the job he's doing with them guys, with the talent that he has, like offensively, they really not that talented offensively. They hanging their hat on defense, but at the same time, he has some boys in games for the most part. And they've beat a lot of good teams, I feel like. Not a lot of good teams. They have had a few impressive wins this year.
Been the champions.
If you're gonna mention him, I could mention somebody too. Then,
and also
everybody
they almost beat the Seattle Seahawks. They didn't pull it out because Russ.
I can name a coach that did beat the Seattle Seahawks.
Cliff.
Oh, I like that.
Cliff?
I like that.
That's what I was just about to say. And I'll wait till it's my turn.
Go ahead, you can have it. I just was gonna mention him. I didn't have nothing to say. I was just saying.
Over the past, let me tell you the Cardinals' schedule their record for the past 5 years. Last year they were 5-10-1. Year before 3-13. Year before 2017 8-8. 2016 7-8-1. And then 2015 13-3, where they had Super Bowl aspirations. This Cardinals team hasn't been good in a minute. And they make the move to go get out hot. When you make a move like that with a young quarterback like Kyler, veterans like Patrick Peterson start having a resurgence. Budda Baker, who I think I got Budda Baker as the defensive player of the year. The Cardinals got a lot of talent. And for a young coach, considering he's only 41 in terms of NFL coaching, he's pretty young. And the best division in football, in my opinion, is mighty impressive to be 5-2 after you've already seen you beat the Niners week 1 coming off a Super Bowl appearance. That's impressive.
A healthy Niners team.
Right. You host the Seahawks. Now they did have that 2-game losing skid where they lost to Carolina and Detroit.
Yep.
But for them to come off of that and bounce back and beat a team like the Seahawks who are rolling, and then you also have to take into consideration they took their bye last week. So I'm excited to see how they come out this week. They got 2 in them boys. That's going to be a fun matchup, I think.
Number 1 scoring defense in the NFL.
Speaking of DPOY.
Oh, good shift. Let's do it.
You said Budda Baker.
You got.
I'm going Myles Garrett.
Yes.
Talk to us.
100%.
Me?
Yeah, talk to us. Tell us why.
Bruh, I ain't gonna lie. People kept mentioning Myles Garrett early on in the year, and I was just like, oh, the Browns, whatever. But this man is really going stupid. Like,
right.
he doing, like, And granted, like I did see a picture of Aaron Donald getting a double team last week, which was crazy to see.
Triple.
Oh, no, it was quadruple. My bad. It was 4 of them. Myles Garrett has 9 sacks on the season. 9 weeks in, 9 sacks. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's great. And coming off his season after the helmet situation and people saying he should be banned and barred for life and all that BS. It's good to see him come back and actually like have the impact on the field.
I do agree with Cut Carter that Myles Garrett should be DPOI through the first 8 weeks. You have somebody you have to say is DPOI.
I gotta say TJ Watt. TJ Watt been going crazy this year with Pittsburgh and the defense. That whole defense really been going crazy. Everybody stepping up. Minka, Hayward, everybody. So TJ Watt, he got my DPOI award.
And actually, Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett are tied with sacks, by the way. They both got 9.
What 8, right?
9.
9.
Brandon Graham got 7.
7, yep.
He's been the best on that, the best bright spot on that little team. Brandon Graham been going crazy.
Stupid too. John, who's your DPOI?
Honestly, I got Devon White, man. Devon White in Tampa is doing a lot of great things down there. I mean, I believe he has like 5 sacks, 68 tackles or something like that. I don't know if he has any turnovers forced. Actually, he does. He does have like a forced fumble, I believe. So
yeah, 68 tackles and 5 sacks, 10 tackles for loss, and 1 forced fumble and fumble recovery.
I think that as Devon White goes, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense goes, he is a real difference maker, and he's able to apply a lot of pressure and drop back in pass coverage as well. It makes it extremely difficult for the slot receivers. So I think what he's doing right now is pretty defensive player of the year worthy.
4-5 do get live now.
And staying defensive, we do the defensive rookie of the year. I keep it with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. Their safety, Winfield from Minnesota, has been balling. Yeah. Game-saving play against the Giants. He has really stood out. I know we were talking about Chase Young or Okuda, or these 5 young corners, Terrell, Fulton, and all them boys, but Whitehead came from Minnesota that I talked about school, just coming out balling, fitting that Todd Bowles system. He is my through the first 8 weeks, my deep rookie of the year. Winfield, my bad. Ooh, Winfield.
Yeah, Minnesota, man. I don't know if Minnesota producing some boys up out of there because Tyler Johnson, nice too. I know he's an offensive player.
I'm gonna say Kermit Chin from the Panthers.
Not gonna tell us what.
Oh, he been balling on defense for them. Like he's like a playmaker for them on defense, like all around.
Did we do offensive player of the year?
Now we can do that. Yet.
Let's do offensive rookie of the year since we might as well start arguing.
Everybody didn't finish their defensive rookie of the year.
Oh, my apologies.
Damon, John, you go first.
Oh, my bad. I thought Damon agreed. My bad.
Yeah, for defense, honestly, I'm gonna go Jalen Johnson.
I knew it.
No, and I'm gonna tell you why. When we lost, I forget our cornerback we got from the Steelers with a torn ACL. Jalen Johnson had to come into the role and start. And honestly, he's doing a terrific job. Like we're not allowing bombs. Like no one is really bombing on Chicago, and they're really, you may get down the field, but when we get to the red zone, that defense is very stingy, and they're not allowing people to score. But Jalen Johnson being a rookie, and I think him playing alongside Kyle Fuller is giving him that experience that he needed at an early age to become elite in the years following. So I got Jalen Johnson. I know there's a lot of great rookies out there doing what they're doing right now, but, I mean, I hate to sound biased. Like I like Patrick Queen with Baltimore, too. I think he's doing an amazing job, not gonna lie to you. But I'm going to go Jalen Johnson.
Damon, last but not least.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with Brew. I'm going to take Antoine Winfield, and I'm going to tell you why. When you look at this Todd Bowles defense, and Todd Bowles was there in Arizona when they were really good. I just named it the 13-3 season. Who do you think he had then? Todd Bowles was the head coach of the New York Football Jets. Jamal Adams, Todd Bowles now, Antoine Winfield. And if you look, Winfield has snaps at free safety, strong safety, nickel, even outside corner when they're going in some of their 4-3 sets. He'll be outside at corner. He can line up anywhere. And it's in the Cowboys defense, he has that guy blitzing. He has him in coverage. I mean, he can do it all. That's why they drafted him so high. So I'm going to take Winfield. I think he's been playing, and I think this game against the Saints could be his game to go ahead and stamp that.
Got you. And as Cut Carter says, shifting gears to offensive rookie of the year. Cut Carter, you can go first. Then
Let's argue Joe Burrow.
And tell us why.
I shouldn't have to tell you. You know why. You can see why. And I know who everybody gonna try to argue against him is gonna be Justin Herbert, who ended up starting.
Say his name.
Justin Herbert, who ended up starting after week 1. But if Justin Jefferson was a little more consistent, I'd definitely put him in my number 2 spot. It's just that he don't get the ball every game. And then Clyde was started off.
He's number 1, in my opinion.
Ooh.
Oh, Justin Jefferson, your number 1, JB?
Jets is my number 1. Most impressive rookie receiver. I mean, the dude just lighting the league on fire. If they can find a way to get him the ball consistently, it's more so, okay, Dalvin Cook was hot last week. So, okay, you ride the high hand. But dude, he open every play. He's killing everybody off the line. Like, you literally can't stop the man. And he got everybody doing the gritty. Like, come on.
And I definitely the gritty is a good point, but I think something that's even more impressive to your claim that he's rookie of the year. The dude played slot in college and had over 100 catches, and then they move him to the outside in the league, and he's having even more success at a higher level. I think that can't be disregarded.
Facts. Versatile, man.
I give you that, but I do think Joe Burrow wasn't expected to win a lot of games. He definitely wasn't expected to win the Titans game, and he wasn't expected. Like, he's competing. Like, they really don't lose that bad except that 1 week. And it's not really on him. It's not really on him. Their losses. It's a team thing. I guess you could blame the whole team, but he's individually not the reason for their mishaps. Same with Justin Herbert. I think he looks well. I think Clyde is everything Kansas City could have asked for and more. Yeah. I think they brought in Le'Veon to put pressure on him a little bit, but that's Clyde's job. He's the running back for the Kansas City Chiefs. And who else I had in mind? What's bro name? I don't know. It's a lot of these rookies. I don't know if they're rookies or they just undrafted players that ended up getting the opportunity. But I like what Myles Gaskin and James Robinson are doing as well with their respective team.
To me, though, the better receiver out of what he said, Justin Jefferson, I'm gonna say Chase Claypool. Claypool been going off more than Jefferson to me.
Inconsistent.
He just fumbled last week.
He fumbled, but he got
also scored a game-winning touchdown.
He also is like for me with Claypool, I feel like that's a better team than the Vikings.
Right.
So,
John, who's your offensive rookie of the year?
Yeah, no, I agree with the names that y'all said and the arguments y'all made behind them. But y'all know when we get to the end of the season, they're gonna crown Joe Burrow the rookie.
No breezy.
The offensive rookie of the year. Like, come on now, he's third. He's third in passing yards. Behind who? A top 10 quarterback in NFL history, Matt Ryan.
Whoa. Stop it.
Whoa.
Passing yards.
Hold the phone.
Passing yards.
Okay, nah.
I will never say Matt Ryan is a top 10 quarterback.
Y'all boys sleep.
He still has a lot of years left to get into that category of being top 10.
He got to prove. Well, he need a ring to prove that.
Brandon, you ain't been here for a couple. You ain't been here for a minute.
What I'm saying, well, he need a ring to prove that, though.
But hold on, I'm
simmer down.
Almost done.
But yeah, so he's behind Matt Ryan, top 10 in NFL history in passing yards, and he's also behind Patrick Mahomes, a Super Bowl winning quarterback. So, like, for him to be right there behind those two, really good. And also, I give the nod also to what's the boy name? Edwards, Hilaire, whatever. But
that's him.
Regardless, he's also third in rushing yards, and the reason why he honestly probably isn't leading in right now offensive rookie of the year is because Patrick Mahomes. Like, all they do is bomb the ball. Like, they score touchdowns every time he bombs the ball. Pat Mahomes had 5 touchdowns last week through the air. That's ridiculous. So it's gonna be really hard for your boy to get those rushing touchdowns, but he is still getting the yards, which is considerably impressive thinking about who the quarterback is. So for him to have all those yards and for Patrick Mahomes to be second, that's crazy. I think about that. They're second in passing and third in rushing. That is an incredible offense that y'all are seeing in Kansas City. So
Against the Jets.
I also want to say Myles Gaskin's not a rookie, but James Robinson is.
you said they played the Jets.
They play the Jets.
They're still an NFL team.
My guy went for 5 touchdowns on the Patriots.
It's not
Patriots.
Oh, he always want to compare Rusty Mahomes.
I do
underlying pressure.
I do agree that Joe Burrow's offense rookie year through the first 8 weeks. 2 more awards before we are done.
Let's talk about it.
Let me get my take, bro.
My bad. I forgot about you, man. My bad.
Jay Herbo.
Talk about it.
Hey, man. Let me just tell y'all Jay Herbo's last 4 games. Tampa Bay, the number 1 defense in the NFL. 20 for 25, 290, and 3 touchdowns.
What about the interceptions?
One, he threw one that game.
Didn't they just blow a lead, bro?
They did.
Shut up, Brandon. You ain't been here for a minute. New Orleans Saints, Monday Night Football, prime time, 20 for 34, 264 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. And he could have won if Money Badger would have, done what he trademarked his name for. But, I digress.
Michael Badger.
Oh, Money Badger. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I just
Jacksonville Jaguars. That's your boy, Derek. 27 for 43, 347, and 3 touchdowns.
My boy play defense.
The Denver Broncos. Now he did take a step back last week. He threw 2 interceptions and
that boy Drew Lock, though. Y'all boy Drew Lock outplayed him.
Dude, he did not play Drew Lock. Did he win the game?
I said Drew Lock outplayed him.
Drew Lock won the game, but he didn't outplay him.
I thought he won the game.
I thought winning the game and you got out. Nah, okay.
But he did throw 3 touchdowns again last week. In his last 4 games, he's thrown 3 touchdowns.
Is he like gassing your guys? Jay Hero, Drew Lock?
He does hype him up because he got him on fantasy.
OPOY, Alvin Kamara. Now argue with me about that. Let's argue.
Tell us why.
Offense player.
I would actually agree.
I agree.
I do.
Offense player of the year, Alvin Kamara.
see that.
He's having a comeback year. A lot of people wrote him off. He got 100 yards from scrimmage every game, I think.
Every game since week 2.
Since week 2.
He's averaging 141 scrimmage yards a game.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yet you say he's not carrying.
Bruh.
I don't get it.
Carrying, bro.
I don't get how you can average 141 yards from the line of scrimmage.
When it's 6-7 other people scoring, I don't understand how you can say it's just him.
Do you understand like how football works? How y'all getting down the field?
Everybody got hurt, bro. No, listen, everybody got hurt.
Is literally
This is who's been scoring for us. Deontay Harris, Jared Cook, Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill's catching touchdowns. Are you serious? Okay.
How were they getting in position?
Antonio Callaway. Who else caught one? I don't know if Traquan scored this year. Kamara got one. Emmanuel Sanders got one. Latavius Murray got 2 on a year. It's just a
dude got 7 touchdowns.
Him and Drew had to step up for us to be successful over these last 4 weeks. Yes. But you don't understand that Drew had Antonio Callaway with 12 catches. What was it, Brew? Antonio Callaway had something crazy like that, and nobody knew who he was, undrafted out of Tennessee.
5 yards for the injury. Something wrong.
How many catches?
I think 8
catches.
Yards, something like that.
He's an undrafted rookie out of Tennessee. Him and Alvin Kamara played at Tennessee together. He just went off Drew getting him touches. Traquan hasn't stepped up as much. Emmanuel Sanders, that game before he got COVID, stepped up, and that was his breakout game. Every game is something new, but Alvin Kamara is the most consistent piece on the team this year. Yes, yep. I cannot.
And
say
Alvin Kamara is how y'all.
And I can't be like Drew not doing nothing. I can't say that, bro.
Bro, on third down, who y'all going to? On majority of the time, Kamara, and he
Mike Sunday, be ready.
Like I don't understand. Like, bro, he literally moves the chain. He's a chain mover. If he's not scoring for y'all, he's moving the chains. He's making it easy. He's making it easy for
doing wheel routes and routes that
Jared
you are
Cook
putting
to
the
get
ball in perfect position for him to catch. You're not understanding that either, though.
True.
Bro, wheel routes? Come on, fam.
Yeah,
that ain't,
Jalen.
I get it. But most yes, he throws it. Yes.
That wheel route, where he caught it off, bro. That was, bro.
Hey, Jalen, to Derek's point, though, if you're a defensive team, right? If you're a team on defense, and you're planning for Kamara and the Saints, you know they're going to come out with the screen. You know they're going to do the wheel route. You know this. But yet,
Texas route.
But yet,
Bubble.
they're still able to complete that play at a very high percentage with a lot of success. So it does kind of make sense for him to say Drew Brees is the reason why that is happening, because without the accuracy, you know it's coming, but without his accuracy, how can you actually get that?
And I hate the screens. I'll go on record and say it.
They throw screens. Majority of the touches that he get receiving are off of screens, Texas routes, and bubble routes, correct?
He does.
I don't see him run the wheel. I don't see him.
When he can pick which way he go. That's his.
That too.
That's the one you don't. But again, he's a running back, so you're gonna put if you're gonna put a linebacker on him, he's gonna have to run. Now, as far as y'all go, Devon White can run with him. Deion Jones can run with him in the division. Luke Kuechly, for his little stint, when he was healthy, he could kind of keep up with him too. Now, other teams don't have, y'all play us twice a year. A lot of teams don't play us that much. Roquan did well a little bit, but then once Bobby Wagner does well as well. Shut up. God, Lee, why are you grabbing your ear? The point is, like Roquan, it was a couple plays. I was like, don't throw it, Drew. Drew make the read because he's like, I trust him. I'm going to give it to Kamara. Roquan is there. It's like, bro, stop doing that. It's certain defenses you can't do that against. So that's why I'm telling you. That's just because that's the only person he trusts. Drew is all about trust. He forces the ball to who he trusts.
But don't worry, he
trusts him because he's y'all best offensive player.
He get the person he trusts the most this week.
He's y'all best offensive player, bro.
Hey,
I really don't see how you can't.
I don't have a problem with that. Kamara's my favorite Saint, but it's Drew. Drew is all about trust. He built the chemistry with Marquez Callaway to trust him. He built the relationship with Emmanuel Sanders in the offseason to trust him in that week when he forced the ball to Emmanuel Sanders. He don't trust Jared Cook. He don't trust Taysom Hill. And he trusts Kamara, but that's all he had. Now he got 3 people coming back that he's comfortable throwing the ball with. And when
Sean
Drew
Payton
spread the ball
trusts Taysom Hill, that nasty ass play he keep calling.
That's when you need to be scared, when Drew can spread the ball comfortably.
John, who is your offensive player of the year through the first 8 weeks of football?
He said he agreed with me, bro.
Oh, my bad. Demond, who is your offensive player of the year through the first?
Oh, you talking me?
Oh, yeah.
I said Demond agreed.
Y'all say Evan Kamara? Okay.
Demond got Kamara. You muted Demond. Jalen got Kamara. I got Kamara. So it's y'all three.
And lastly, but comeback player of the year, we're going to take a twist with it.
Wait, I don't have Kamara as the offensive player of the year.
Who do you have then?
I'm sorry. I didn't know who you were talking to. It was kind of breaking up. Honestly, the offensive player of the year, you ain't going to like it. But it's Matt Ryan. Like, I'm sorry.
Next.
It is. Offensive player of the year does not equate to winning games. It doesn't. Like, okay. I'm sorry, but he is.
Can Let John finish. I know, but can I give his rebuttal when he's done being wrong?
Yes, then we'll move on. You got it, John.
He's number 1 in passing yards. I don't understand what's the issue.
And it's not his fault. I feel you.
They're losing games, John, and he has to throw the ball. It's called stat padding. It's called throwing because you're down. You have to do it. When Drew does it, it's stat padding, but when he does it, it's OPOY.
No.
Talk about it, Clint.
That ain't even the case, though. It don't be his fault.
That's what he's doing.
But you still have to.
The difference is Dak was leading in passing yards, but Dak was trying to win. Like, they were in those games. This man is down.
Why is the Raider fan talking?
Bro, listen, I'm just saying because Matt, they lost games and it wasn't his fault. The Cowboys game, that was off an offside kick. He got his numbers. Like, what you mean? Then last week, the Detroit game, Todd Gurley, he was supposed to fall on the 1. He literally told him that, and he didn't execute. Like, they not losing because of Matt. Like, he's not.
Matt is also. It's also game. What's the game they got beat?
Matt Ryan.
What was the game they got beat? I'll look it up.
There was one game where it's like it was over, bro. He was just throwing like, and then again, like, to Demond's point, Demond showed me some last week. The Seahawks are up on by the Niners by a bunch. Fourth quarter, they started letting Nick Mullins just throw stuff. They backed off basically. A lot of teams will let a team come back just to get the game over with. Like, keep going, go ahead.
They don't want them to get
back. You're not gonna give them no big play. You can work your way down the field. That's a lot of his yardage, bro. This year. I'm not a Matt hater. I think Matt is the best Falcon quarterback all time. But
I'll take that back. I'm not even gonna go Matt Ryan. It's got to be.
No, you can't.
I can't.
Who you switch to? What'd you say?
I'm switching to Patrick Mahomes, actually.
Patrick Mahomes? No, bro. He's not winning OPO. OPOY is not for quarterback.
I'm saying Derrick Henry.
They give MVP. They give quarterback MVP. So the OPOY is gonna go to somebody else.
I'm saying Derrick Henry.
It can't be Russell Wilson MVP and then OPOY Mahomes.
Well, the
The way
year,
Devontae Adams playing
At a
could
time,
be him.
At a time, yeah. Adams was somebody.
I could live with Adams on the list.
Do y'all know this man's touchdown to interception ratio right now?
But
John,
21-1.
John, you
quarterbacks
just
usually
changed
got it
the
done.
whole pick, bro. You just changed the whole pick.
You gonna put Mahomes in, you got to put him at MVP. You can't put. That's why. But Russell's still above him MVP. But I respect the QB quarterback to interception ratio. I mean touchdown to interception ratio. But I feel like people use that as a tactic to try to boost quarterbacks that don't take risk.
You taking a shot at Rodgers. I see it. I appreciate it.
That, I am.
He don't take risk. Who don't take risk? Mahomes?
No.
Mahomes, I mean, he's not really taking that much of a risk when his receiver's running right past the safety in the. It'd be easy. It's not easy throws, but I'm saying it's not like he's not fitting nothing in. He's not throwing
because they're not down in games. You don't have to take that many risks if you're winning. And you
that's what I'm saying. So his QB, his touchdown, the interception ratio will always be good.
So he's saying a quarterback is least likely to win an Offensive Player of the Year award because they're a quarterback, and it typically goes.
It typically does go to somebody else.
1 year, wasn't it Matt Ryan DeMond who won it?
Yes,
Yeah,
Matt
It's
Ryan
rare
won
though.
it twice. Yeah, it's rare though.
When they give him
of the year.
MVP and OPOY, but I get what you're saying. But it's like if you're in a running for MVP, they're not gonna just give you OPOY. They usually try to give it to somebody else that play a skill position.
DeMond, are you rebutting still, or are we going to our?
Let's go ahead and
John took it back. Keep
it moving. We got a draft to do.
Yeah. Okay. Last but not least,
It's okay, like we didn't start late.
like we're doing something that was important.
Oh, attitude.
I was about to ride for Boozy.
Simmer down.
Switch up on me.
Comeback player of the year. Instead of doing for the first 8 weeks, we're going to discuss the players who are injured and who are returning for this later half of the season to be the comeback player of the year pick. I'll go first. Michael Thomas, of course, is on that list for comeback player of the year, missing games due to suspension and injury. I have him going crazy and being a dog for this foreseeable season. Also, honorable mention, I have Nick Chubb from the Cleveland Browns. When he returns, I expect the Browns to be in full-fledged mode, making a playoff push, being run the ball through Chubb and Hunt. I open up the playoffs for Baker Mayfield to get Jarvis and Rashard Higgins active with Odell Beckham being out. Who's your comeback player of the year, man?
Comeback player of the year is Big Ben.
I guess you're not listening to what I'm saying.
What you mean?
He wasn't listening at all.
I ain't gonna lie, I want to listen.
Wait, I want.
Bro, I can go because I was listening.
Instead of doing last year's players who came back from last year, we're doing players who got hurt this year and are poised to make a big return in the second half of the season.
Christian McCaffrey for me.
I guess Michael Thomas and Christian McCaffrey or Jamal Adams. I mean,
I got a different pick.
Go to Mom.
I'm gonna go with Dalvin Cook.
Okay.
Dalvin Cook missed the
I like
last
that
game
pick.
and then came and put 4 TDs on record-wise.
Is that really a comeback player of the year though? 2 weeks? Is that what we like?
Hey, Damon, can I ask you
I
one
like
question?
the choice. I'm just asking, like, does that really qualify you for that award?
Out of these 3,
I would say no, Derek, but I get what you're saying. I mean, he was hurt, so I took it from that standpoint. What you were saying, Jalen?
Out of these 3 backs, fully healthy, who are you taking?
Jalen, why are you switching the conversation?
No. I just want.
And you literally 15 to 20 extra minutes off from the original question.
Well, John,
you
made a whole debate about why Matt Ryan was your offensive player of the year.
Exactly.
You made a whole debate. You the one who said I wanted to run.
And here we are wasting time. I just want a one-word answer from Damon, which you're preventing me from doing. Thank you.
A matter of fact, I'm gonna say AB. I'm gonna say AB.
You got it, Jalen.
The question: out of these 3 backs, which one are you taking? I'm just curious on Damon's opinion. Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, Dalvin Cook.
Exactly, bro. You could have texted him, bro. You so annoying, Jalen.
I'm taking.
Like, you the only one with an opinion on the show. You only gonna ask him? That's kind of messed up, don't you think?
I said
I would ask everyone.
I said coming into this year, I thought Kamara was gonna have his best year. I'm gonna take Kamara.
Okay. I was just curious because it was on him. He was talking. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I said.
I say Kamara though because now we are finally seeing him get that RB1 value that we said. Okay, he hasn't got that McCaffrey workload, and now he's getting it, and we all see he's staying healthy. He's putting up the numbers. He has 586 yards through 8 games as a receiver, and then he has 480, I believe, rushing. Like I don't know how you. This will be his first time getting 1,000, I believe, if he's able to stay healthy. And McCaffrey's done it twice, but in the way he's doing it now, I'm impressed.
And you
I agree.
Dalvin Cook was your comeback player of the year. John, who was yours?
It's got to be Michael Thomas because of how dramatically different the offense runs when he is in the game. I think that Christian McCaffrey is going to have, of course, a great rest of the season when he comes back. But the Panthers, they lost a step, but it ain't been like how the Saints lost the step in their offense with Michael Thomas off the field.
Hey, John. Will they put Trubisky back in that thing? What?
Trubisky not hurt, so if that constitutes as being coming out later year.
You got bench coming back.
They hate Trubisky, bro. Like, the Bears hate Trubisky. They don't want him to play at all. Like, he didn't even lose a game, and they just said, nah, bro. Like, we can't have you stinking up the joint, which we come to realize it's not Trubisky. It's the
He's mud.
Nagy.
Breaking news.
What?
Georgia is tied.
What?
Georgia and Biden and Trump are tied in Georgia.
Wow. I'm still impressed though.
Their percentage is tied, but their numbers aren't tied. So I don't know how that works, but they're like that close. Like,
whoa.
I mean, it's like hundreds of votes that separate them.
It's like a $20,000 vote difference, I'm thinking. But this is not updated, so
2,000?
20.
Hey, I thought it would have been less.
It was just 9,000. What do you mean? It was just under 10,000. So how is it 20,000? What do you mean?
Yeah, it may be 2,000.
I'm tripping.
If it's like that.
3,000. My bad. It's 2,000.
Oh, okay.
2,000.
But Demond, real quick, to your point about Alvin Kamara and getting that Christian McCaffrey workload, you don't think that has anything to do with Michael Thomas missing 3 games this year? If he was in the game, do you really think that he would be getting that many receiving yards?
Missing more than 3, John.
I don't think that he'd be getting this many receiving yards, but when I look back to week 1, that was the Saints' biggest game. Their biggest game is going to be now the Bucs this week. Kamara scored twice in that game, week 1. Michael Thomas was under, I believe, 30 yards receiving. Now, I don't know if he played hurt. I don't know because he hasn't played since then.
He injured his ankle at the end of the game when they were still running the ball.
How many games did MT miss?
5,
he's missed since week 1.
After week 1, so week 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. He missed 6
games.
7 games.
Yeah.
He's been out for 7 games.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
So.
I don't know why y'all think he's just gonna come back and just go for 200.
He's all AK.
He's been healthy he got a hamstring injury, but he's been healthy. He just had the suspension when he bopped Chauncey on the top of his head.